going on, fellas?
How we doing,
Gentle-
boys?
Gentlemen.
Patriots from all over are joining in. We got about 240, 270. It just jumped to 270 in the room, folks.
301.
Trying to keep
Here,
up.
289, 291. You guys are awesome. People from American
Awesome.
Patriot, Florida in here. Summer Breeze, Merlin Crisp, Linda Martin, Caesar, Ohio, Ruth Prados.
American
Man,
Patriot.
you guys
Florida.
are awesome. A-Team, what's up?
BZ, Audrey Ryan, New Jersey, David Spencer, Kentucky, Caesar, Spy in the Sky, 777, Oklahoma. How's it going? I've seen that name before. He's been around. Folks, we're going to have a decent little show here. We want to actually take a few call-ins. It's been a hectic time trying to get it set up. We're still not 100%. We just found out. That's why we were trying to come on at 7. It's 7:40 now, 7:30.
R&D ran late today.
Yes.
Hey, the effort's there, man. We're trying, plugging away at it.
So the way this is going to work is when we finally do a phone call, we're going to keep it short and sweet for today because the fellows aren't going to be able to engage back. They're going to be able to hear you, but if they talk back, the caller won't hear them. But on the show, the person's going to have to go back. They'll have comment on your guys' questions or whatever, but it just won't be engaging with you on the phone. So after we hang up with the caller, they can take a minute or two each if they have a great comeback, something to say. And the caller will just, have to rewatch the show for that portion. But I'll be able to, hear and respond. It's just and I'm wondering if maybe it's the switch over here, guys, because maybe once I got rid of the echo, I'm able to do something differently, but maybe if that button was pushed, it would feed through. I don't know.
Yeah, we're still, like I said, we went, Mike and I were in
Kristen
Garage
Siebel.
Talk. And
Thank you. Super chat, by the way. Kristen Siebel gave us a WG1 Where We Go All. So
awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you. You guys are awesome. It just, as you can tell, we want to accomplish. We're definitely go-getters. We were projecting this to be out at least 2 weeks to a month, and due to Garage Talk and R&D scheduling, we pushed it out to 48 hours. That's how hungry we are.
where are we at on the
Hear what
likes?
you guys have to say.
Where are we at on the likes? Anyone can see that? I'm trying to see.
112, I see, but I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna make that 113. Make all them likes come on up.
Health is good. Still not seeing full analytics for likes, so you guys can see it. We'll open up the phone line once we get to 250. We will open up that phone line, folks. I'll give you guys a number. We got over 400 in the room.
Yeah, awesome. You guys are awesome.
Mods, I saw Simone in the room.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We got a mod with us. I don't see, it is Sunday. I'm not sure what everyone's got in store. I didn't imagine this much. But yep, we're nearing 500. So anyway, let's get the likes up. And other than that, what did you guys think about Barr talking in El Salvador? Did you guys catch that full 15-minute interview, Woodman or whatnot? Well, I know there was a sneak peek on Friday we went over, but
Yep, I sure did. Yeah, and what amazed me is he went all the way down. Now listen, he's doing this investigation anyhow from what Mueller left behind as far as cleaning up the mess, and then he goes all the way down there to complete his job as AG to take care of that situation down there with the M13 gang and stuff. Now he was right down there in El Salvador. He was right there,
sweating all in that three-piece suit. Yeah.
Hey, he was. Yeah. Well, look, he didn't have to do that. It could have been like something like Clinton would have, and then send a representative down.
Yep.
No, look, he's got so much on his plate, and he's handling it very, very, very professional and very well. He's not getting upset. He's not screaming, hollering, yelling, pointing fingers. He's very, very careful with what he says. And look, like I say, he went down to Central America as part of his job, and he was doing that. People have to understand this man is run ragged. He's like, holy cow! I hope it ain't like when you burn the candle, it both ends where it comes in the middle and go on. But because he's doing such a good job, man, such a good job. I don't know. What
No,
do you think,
I would
fellas?
definitely. I would agree on that. I mean, the fact that he went out there, that was a really good point, Woodman. He could have definitely sent one of his plebes, one of his underlings to go out there, smooth it over. He's got quote unquote bigger fish to fry over there, but that was a good stand of posture, a good stand of foundation of what he stands for. And like you said even earlier, he's just getting into this whole attorney general. I mean, coming out of retirement, and he's trying to, like you said, pick up the pieces that he was been piecemealed accordingly to the, from what's happening. So, no, I definitely commend him, and I would agree with even a lot of you guys out there in the comments. Definitely, man, we're all waiting for the hammer to come down, and he does it with poise, with confidence, because at this point in time, like we've talked about before on other episodes, he's been doing this for a very long time. He came out of retirement to get this stuff happening, so it's obviously yeah. That's a whole
makes a whole big difference there, folks.
Getting paid or volunteering, it makes a difference in the person's heart to see what they're truly after. And this guy didn't have to come back, just like our president. He didn't have to be that either, So
yeah. All right,
True
where we at?
patriot.
Well, how many likes are we got, Ben?
267 I see here.
Right, what I say, 250?
I think 250. Yeah, I mean, that's I would say rock and roll. Why not?
All right, let me see.
So I can start shooting the number out if you want me to on the
Yep.
live chat to see what's up, and we'll give it a whole holler hole.
I'll title it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Little
Redenbachers.
advertisement there. Little advertisement. Let's get some people in here now. Come on.
Hammer time. It's Gitmo time, Nancy, someone says. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
There it
You
is.
know it,
And
man.
boom, just went out to the folks. Just got it out there. It's in the mix. Look on the
There you go.
one of the mods out
So
there.
you guys
boom,
just want
got
to
it
give a
on there.
call in. You can just questions or a little narrative of what you think's going on, what you like, what you're seeing unravel, everything we've been following. Trump, Barr, what's coming next with Durham. All right, we got a call here. Let me see.
All right.
All right. All right.
All right, this is a Patriot Hour. This is Mike. Who do we have on the phone?
Guys, this is Doxy Mom. How are you?
Nice. What would you say, Doxy Mom?
Doxy Mom, yes?
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? I love you guys.
All right. The fellas
Awesome.
they can hear you, but you probably can't hear them back right now. We still have a little glitch in the system, but if you watch the show back, they are smiling and everything right now, or if you have it on the thing, but you'll see it.
Yeah,
But,
I see them.
all right.
I see them. I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys follow the modern day prophet, Mark Taylor? He was on Red Pill 78 live last night.
I have seen personally myself, Mark Taylor. She had asked if we have seen Mark Taylor. Woodman, I think I've sent you a couple of links. I've seen quite a bit of him.
Yeah, he does some good stuff.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him lately, but she's asking specifically about an episode from the other night.
I did not. I wasn't able to catch.
What was interesting in that, if you want to point it out for us, Doxy? Mom?
Well, he had talked about we were going to have another Trump in the White House after Donald Trump, and he had seen Junior, and he wasn't sure if it was Don Jr., if it was Junior, possibly JFK Jr. Just didn't know what your take was on that.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Me and the guys are going to talk that over, and we appreciate your call, and please call back sometime.
You're
all right?
awesome,
We're going
Doxy
to talk that
Mom.
over.
Okay.
Keep listening in. All right. So, fellas, you heard it, right? You heard the question.
That was awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I've always said he was still around JFK Jr. I've always said that. I've always said that.
real quick, just for the listeners out there, Mark Taylor, if you haven't, again, I don't watch him religiously every single episode, but she's saying that the other night something was on. Now, he's a firefighter years ago that had some kind of, I don't know if he got into an accident or something, but he came out and saw that Trump was going to be president. He wrote books, and nothing came in the 2012, and he thought, wow, what a crazy thing. But then it was all coming to play for the 2016, and he's like, wow, I just got this kind of premonition years earlier than what I thought. I didn't really know how to apply it. So tons of people are chiming in on that. But so now she's saying that he had another possible thing of a junior being in, whether it was Don Jr. or JFK Jr. There'd be
well, I mean, it's not very. I mean, it is plausible. We have seen presidents and then presidents' sons.
Did you guys hear that?
We've seen presidents and then
Yeah.
their sons become presidents in our lifetime. So we know that that's not out of the abnormal. Would you say like
Bush.
actually Trump Jr. who? Well, yeah, but I mean, taking it to Trump, I mean, would you see the Trump Jr. who's actually running Trump Industries right now, or is it Barron Trump, who's his younger
Real quick,
one?
you guys keep calling. I'm seeing them, but we're just talking about the last call. This is how we got to do
calling
it.
you guys.
So
Yeah, we've got
eventually,
almost 700 people watching. So
I'll jump in.
But yeah, I mean,
or I'll answer
just
one.
to say that you know, I mean, we've seen predictions from The Simpsons that Trump was going to be in presidency. We've seen predictions from lots of sources that Trump was going to be president. His son being president. Hey, you know, if this guy was raised by President Trump and look what he's doing, I mean, I wouldn't be out of the norm. I wouldn't be surprised. I can put it that way.
There you go.
Well,
folks,
he still has 5 more years yet. Come on, guys. Let's wait and see what unfolds
True. I was
during
doing
that period, because
I would agree.
that would determine what's going to happen later on. So,
Yeah. And again, you know, this is something like, you know, not to put, Mark was right about Trump, and he was 6 years early.
Yes, he
so
was.
This premonition, or whatever you want to call it, is interesting. Follow it, but again, like Woodman said, 5-6 years out. So we got a call. I'm gonna answer one. Hey, this is Mike from the Patriot Hour.
Oop, try it again.
Hey, Mike. Just happened to turn over and was watching you guys live. I haven't ever called you guys live and been able to call in. I just wanted to ask a question. I was trying to buy some GOP elephant stuff, you know, with Trump on it on the internet and stuff, and everything I find of the GOP elephant has 3 pentagrams on it instead of stars. I was just wondering if you ever noticed that, or if it's just me, or
Very, very interesting there. Did I get your name? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I go as Low Tech Dad, but my name is Dale Drake.
Okay. All right, brother.
Awesome.
Videos all the time. Love you, man. I love you guys. Keep up the great work.
Appreciate it, brother. And I'm going to go straight to Ben with this one. He can't respond back to you on the phone, but hang up and listen in. And here we go. Thanks for calling. We'll talk to you again soon. All right. So he had a question.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Keep up the video. Man.
All right. God bless, brother. All right. So, folks, symbology. You heard it, Ben. So what do you think about that?
You know, it's interesting. We know that the pentagram, I mean, it's a sigil. We know where it comes from. It's a binding sigil, sometimes an invoking sigil or a symbol. It's hard. We got the Medal of Honor is basically a pentagram. The Medal of Valor, a lot of these, we have this symbology. I don't know what to say that outright. The pentagrams, I mean, obviously, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, acts like a duck, then you can probably presume that it's a duck. The GOP and the Grand Old Party with the elephant representing the old school Whigs way back in the day. The pentagram thing, I would agree with you, brother. That's where your the Holy Spirit radar comes up and like, whoop, this doesn't seem right. And it's interesting, kind of like it's really hard to find a Make America Great Again hat in Chicago. I wonder why, that kind of stuff. And online, they just, be careful what symbologies or what symbols you put on, your persons and stuff. And I don't know.
Like we said,
I don't know.
they have perverted everything.
It's just crazy, but good
Things
call,
have-
though, brother. Good call.
Things have been out. Super chats. Thank you guys.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
Can't keep up. The flag behind me, right? I early on I had some. That's 666. The way I have it, and you could even see
Don't
it
tread
better.
on me and how it's.
Yeah, they everything has been perverted, folks. All right, we even have the rainbow flag. What's the meaning of that way back? What does it stand for now?
Well,
it's been
yeah,
taken.
when God
I'm
said,
just
"I'll never
saying
flood the
things
earth
have
again
been-
with water."
Yes. So you do, not that your getting something and then you notice something that you've owned for a long time, maybe a hat that you liked, and you notice that there are symbologies tucked in there, nestled in there that stand out at you now. You weren't rocking it in that manner to mean that you knew it. I'm doing this one behind me. If anything, if it's been perverted and twisted, I'm going to take it back and get it back for what it should mean, or, for my cause here.
If you do find something that you do come across that's in your house, on your piece of clothing, that before you didn't know, and now that you're becoming more aware of your surroundings and what's happening, and you say, hey, you know what? This doesn't feel right. This doesn't sit right with me.
Yes.
By all means, get it out of the house. The purging and that whole aspect. So, we are all the team here, the Patriot. We're always very acutely aware of symbols and the symbologies, because we know that symbols are going to be people's downfalls and who they identify with. And so, yes, President Trump identifies as a Republican, the grand old party, but we've said here many times, it's really just two doors leading down the same hallway, and we're ready for the whole Reconstruction Act, and that may be, who knows what's happening, but there's definitely, it's evil stuff happening, and those symbols for sure are a good indicator that they're trying to communicate. And you know what? Those who have eyes to see will see, and those who have ears will hear. And so keep on trucking, bro. That was an awesome question. Loving it.
Yes. And we said, lots of stuff has been here before. They've overtaken it to pervert the meaning. Does it lie with that? Like Ben said, you find something out, it doesn't sit right with you, just get rid of it. If it doesn't, it's got great sentimental. That can get a little iffy there, but again, most things have already been here. Things have been kind of like capture the flag, perverted, and that's going to be their downfall. Ben just said it, Q said it, and this guy EO2 Dave, when he just gave a $10 super chat, said it as well. Q said symbols will be their downfall. Again, EO2 Dave said it was proficiency today. There will be another Trumbo as president. It was proficiency.
Trumbo.
Trumbo. All right, let's take another phone call. We got tons of missed calls.
You guys are awesome.
All. This is awesome.
Keep on calling in, you guys.
Let me. I gotta. I am turning it off and I'm turning it on. So you gotta. Boom. All right.
I love it. I can hear it, but I can't speak about it.
Oh, this will be fixed here soon. We'll get it. Tons of missed calls.
We did 48 hours in Garage Talk, you guys, and we're getting this far, and we're already hearing more than you guys. This is just amazing stuff.
So awesome. Next person to call will be answered. Phone line is now open, and I'm looking at it.
Lynn Hudson, your voices are so strong. Thank you. Hey, it's because of you guys that we have the confidence to do this. And I mean, Mike and I were talking about today in Garage Talk. You're like, dude, we've been trying to do this for almost a year and a half now. And it's been so mind-boggling, so intense with what's happening.
We got a caller. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. This is Mike. How's it going?
All right, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Who am I talking with?
Mary Lucenti out in Virginia.
Hey, Mary, how are you doing this evening?
Hanging in there like everybody else.
All right, you guys getting any rain out there, or did you have a really nice day?
It's warm out here today.
All right. What's your concern or question for us or the fellows, or what do you got going on? What do you...
I can't help to think that if we just hang them for treason, it's quick and done over. Why can't they be housed in tents with a fence around it and given food in pans for water and have cameras so we can see what they will live like when they've been used to everybody else cleaning up their mess? You know what I mean?
I love it.
I agree. I agree.
Mary, they're going crazy. Yes, they love it. That is a very good question.
It's good enough for our troops. It should be good enough for them. And let's see what happens when somebody else acts like a bully and takes their food. I would love to watch that.
That'd be great.
Thank you so much, Mary. We're going to talk about this one for a few minutes. Thank you for the phone call, and we hope you call again. Have a great night, and God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless everybody.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, God bless you. Awesome.
So,
I don't know what do you think? Take that one, though, Tent City.
Boy, that was like, wow, man, I love this lady. It's that the foresight she has. That would be kind of neat to watch. I mean,
A
people
little
drop. It's
reality
like
show, huh?
yeah, it's like back in the biblical days when this king had everything and he's all whatever, and then he lost it all, and he was, in with the swines trying to get something to eat. You know what I mean? That kind of reminds me of that little story. I'm sorry, but I hate to bring the Bible into it, but that's just so cool, man. You got all these evil people right there, gonna fight over the same slop. I'm
Well,
sorry. I just think it's just
you
fantastic.
know, as haven't we seen this type of justice happen before? What about the sheriff of Maricopa County in Arizona? And they took the
Tent City.
prisoners and put them in tents. And he said the same exact
He had
thing
them
as
in
you, Darwin.
pink
He
outfits.
said, if our soldiers in the desert can live in tents then our prisoners are going to live in tents. There was an overcrowding issue in Arizona, in Maricopa County, and he started doing that. And the county was unanimously for him and for this, but everyone's like, oh, this is humanitarian aid. Look at what they're doing to these prisoners, murderers, rapists, child molesters, these evil people. Yet, like she just said, our soldiers that are crossing the big sandbox are living like that, living in deserts, having MREs that are 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 calories that are meant to bind you up and not take a movement for a very long time. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, boys. And it's like, so I agree with you 100%. And I think this is going to be it. This is going to be it. And I want to see it too. I agree with you, man. That you rock. I tell you what.
I would say Mary. I agree. Now, not to get caught up, not that this isn't, your idea is great. I can see a reality show. They've got reality shows on Survivor, people stuck on islands fighting each other over, and why not, but I don't want to lose, track. The biggest thing is that these people go down, whether or not, it all gets aired and we get to see every little step of it. That would be great. It'd be positive. I'm not against it. But as long as they are justice is served is my main thing, and that these people are no longer in power, control to mess around with, the world.
And I agree. I think it also we want to see them all go in handcuffs. We want to see the military tribunals. We want to see justice like really, really bad. But we also know that, although all you people who are watching right now, we're all patriots. We're all awesome. We love our country. We want freedom. But there's still a big population of of America that's still sleeping and still think that what we're talking about is just mind-blowingly. Why are we even? Yes.
Joe Biden is winning the Democratic Party, folks, and then second is Bernie. So, and their biggest thing over there right now is, I think Bernie said it, or even Buttigieg. They're saying get rid of the electoral. So, if the Democrats win this time, there's going to be some damage done, folks. They're going to get rid of the electoral to get rid of ever having another conservative.
Be no good. Let's take some more call-ins, man. This is awesome.
You got
That's
the phone
fantastic.
line.
Fantastic.
I'll give you guys the hint when we're doing it, and I'm doing it now. There it is. There's one right here.
All right, rock and roll.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour. This is Mike. Who are we speaking with?
Hey, this is Digital Dave. God bless you guys.
Hey, Digital Dave. What's up, brother? Thanks for the super chats, brother.
Yeah, man. Listen, you guys are right over the target. We got to keep that Holy Spirit always out in front of us, on every side, and we got to keep moving and shaking the way that we are led of the Lord, because this is key. We have been put in a position of power now by God, and the anointing and the prophetic words that came to put Donald Trump into office. The worst nightmare the stupid left could ever have. Now, what I've heard is that Gitmo is basically like a club. Even Russia had Club Gitmo gear going for a while. What I'd like to see is all these guilty parties given MREs, hooked up to a static line, and kicked out of the transport right over the middle. And let them do this. I don't need to watch a show. Get him out of our country.
Oh, I love it. I love that guy.
Perfect, brother. Perfect.
Airborne, man, airborne.
I'm gonna keep you guys in prayer, man.
Thank you, brother. We God bless you, and thanks for calling in tonight. And please call in again when we do this again or whatever. We love it. Any shout outs to anybody or the Patriots?
You know what? We have been going through heck here. My wife and I, for the past few years, have lost all of our social media. We were taken down by the deep state online. All of our websites taken down. I'm not going to do it. We've got one YouTube channel left, and we've basically are starting from scratch. Years at the university, they surveilled me on the university. They followed my personal Twitter account, and then they wrongfully terminated me. I mean, these people are wicked bad, man. Evil incarnate. Evil. I mean, how bad do you have to be to want to light New York City up, my hometown, which is shameful, but light New York up, the Freedom Tower, Empire State Building, whatever it was, pink, in a celebration? Really? Air quotes there? In a celebration? Because now you can murder a baby after it was born, infanticide? You know what? Missouri, Alabama, keep on trucking.
Yep.
We'll get this fixed.
All right, you guys get over there to his channel. Is that it, Digital Dave? Can people click? Is that where they need to go to get with you?
Yeah, no, that's not the channel. The channel is Push Back Now.
Push back now, guys. Push back now.
Yeah,
get over there.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. I appreciate that. God bless you guys. Father God, be with these men and all their families. Protect them in the coming in and the going out on every side, every day. Lord, they are appointed and anointed for this purpose, Lord. Let them continue to build on your word and share the gospel of Jesus Christ. In Jesus' precious holy name, amen.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
All right. Thank you, brother. Whew, what a great phone call, guys.
Yeah, on that tip, I just would say, what he's talking about, we are in battle, and so, we always talk about putting on the full armor of God, what Ephesians tells us, and so this is what happens. I mean, this is, as my heart goes out to this individual, unfortunately, this is stories becoming more common in the social media and the quote unquote, those of us who are trying to seek out the truth. When we find it, then we try to disseminate it. They're using all their tools for sure, and the thing is in the end, we know who wins, we know who's stronger, we serve the Creator, we understand that kind of stuff. So yeah, God bless, man. We love it. A lot of big shout out. So yeah, this is good stuff, man. Hit the guys up channel, and yeah, shoot, let's keep on rocking and rolling, man. I'm loving this. Let's take another call and see what we're thinking.
Hold on here. Looking at a few live chats just for a minute here, just to keep up with them. Randy Robbins is in the room now. She's here to mod. We got another mod.
Oh yeah, our mods are awesome.
California NYC will be terminated soon. Why? What was with that, Chan? All right, lots of good comments coming in. You guys are rocking.
This is beautiful, man. I can't believe it's almost 875 people watching. This is awesome. We get to be with you guys this Sunday evening.
Yeah, I'm
really share this awesome experiment, and you guys are coming in, which is awesome.
All right, missing tons of calls. I'm gonna get in there, folks. I gotta hit this button to make it ring.
You can only take so many in,
There it goes.
It's all good though. This is awesome.
Next person.
Call on in.
I just got literally 9 or 10 missed things, and
that's all good, you guys. See, it's just like the old calling into the old radio station, except this is the Patriot station.
Are you guys excited to see things going down at this point? Are you seeing the narrative? I mean, Trump's been wrong according to the media. The media said he's wrong. Now you got Barr, and the minute you got Barr coming out and saying we need to look into this stuff, and then now the media's against him. It's kind of like systematic, as these people aren't. If you're not for us, then you're against us. And all right, here we go. We got one.
Subpoenas are flying.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour. This is Mike, who he's speaking with.
This is Bearcat Mike. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Good. Hey, I want to know, what are we going to do if Trump doesn't win this next election?
That is a good one, brother.
Boy.
Here. All right. So his question is, I'll leave you on here for a minute. What are we going to do? Well, you guys heard it. You can't hear you back. So that's a good one. That's a stumper almost. But you know what? Let me hang up. We'll tackle that one. Thank you for calling in, and make sure you call in again some other time on our live show. Thank you, brother. God bless. All right, so that one's
God bless, man.
I don't even want to go there, but what are we going to do if Trump doesn't win? And folks, honestly, like Ben said, there's a fraction of this country that is still not on board, or as much as we think Trump's doing the right thing, possibly not everything, but lots of things. Even the left is breaking down. I saw something the other night. They had a well-known person on the left that went on to a late-night talk show, and he said, well, he might go down as the first president to do everything he promised his supporters. And the guy was like, what do you mean, Jimmy Kimmel? And he's like, he's doing this. He said he'd do this. He's doing everything he said systematically almost. Has he gotten every single thing done that he promised? Not yet, but dang, he's pretty close. He could stop now and beaten out most presidents, I think, on doing things he said he'd do. But they were kind of baffled on that. So I don't know, as far as... Yeah, I don't know. What are we going to do? What would you
Well, I mean, if I can get my 2 cents, and then I don't know, Woodman, but I'll say this. I think I'll put that in the same category is what I always say to you, Mike, I think you would agree as well, Woodman, is when they start taking away your right to speak 100% freely, they start taking away the arms to protect
There's a couple of things here.
Totally, and then withdraw you having private property. That's it. And so when that happens, then you know that, okay, this is a breakdown, kind of like, oh my gosh. So if Trump doesn't get in, or if all this Q, or this is all a crazy other side fighting for control, you always know, as long as you have your inalienable rights and you have private property, then at least there's some type of order. When they start taking all that away, well,
and that doesn't happen systematically overnight. You know, we're seeing right now like a build up to free speech almost, because I think they're attacking conservative social media sites like the one caller we had, you know, Dave, Digital Dave. So we're seeing, you know, speech on a level on these platforms getting taken down, but not the left speech, not the left hate, not the left craziness, but, you know, conservative right side. So now, is that a lead up? Is that a tall tale sign that it's coming? Because like we said, I don't think it's going to be, you know, the same with, you know, if they try to ever remove the Second Amendment, you know, it's not like, oh, by the way, you wake up and they're knocking on doors. You probably see a systematic laws and getting more infringing, like, you know, almost like California was doing with banning certain weapons, banning certain high capacity mags, and then the next step is this and this and this and this, and then finally so I don't know if any of these things are truly just like overnight snap of a finger, or if we're already seeing it in some states, not so much in others, on some platforms, not so much on others, and then out in the real world as well. I mean, these people on the left, if you're screaming at them, they get so mad that they punch you or kick you, and they say that your words are hurtful. What's happening? Fist aren't.
I mean, yeah. Well, you see the duality in our country, even the division in abortion. You have New York, which is the traditional Yankees, right? And they want to kill them all the way till birth, then have them and kill them some more. And then you got the Confederate, right? The Southerners, and they're like, we think killing babies, period, is wrong and evil, and we don't do it here. I'm like, so just look at that duality of just two states, and again, they're claiming the sovereignty of each state. So yes, in some aspects, you're like, okay, finally the states are standing up for themselves against our federal government.
Yeah, and that's just one social issue that, I mean, that's huge on the list. I'm not saying it's not, but then you got like marijuana. Some states are, like you said, legal, recreational, and then you got other states that are still slamming people away for having a quarter on them and getting, you're gonna go to jail and do some court time.
You gotta,
So there's lots of different things happening, folks, that we're following along. That was a good question. I think we got spun off a little bit. Yeah. But Bearcat, thank you. Thank you so much.
I think if something like that were to occur, we'd already lost. We can't allow that to happen. We really can't. If that comes to that point, really, people, we've already lost.
Oh yeah.
You can't fight that upward battle. We just can't let it happen in the first place, where we don't have to fight it. We don't have to give in for these people. It's our country. We don't have to give in to that crap, Lean on each other's shoulders and show them this is our country. We do love each other. This is America, man. This ain't
Amen.
some other foreign country where you have to know like so and so to get along. No bullcrap. This is our country. I don't care if it's a guy who makes toothpicks or a guy who makes rockets that go up into outer space. Still Americans. We are here for each other. Let's keep it that way, because if they grab a hold of, if Trump doesn't get it again, and we don't get somebody like President Trump in here, you might as well start just bending over and kissing your ass goodbye, because it's all over but the time. It's all over but the time. The deep state will get their way, and we'll have to jump on board with everybody else. I'm sorry, people. I don't care if it does happen. I'm fighting it till the end, man. Hey, I've had a full life. I'm gonna fight for what I believe in all the way to the death. This is what it's all about, man. We're not gonna let these people try and do what they've been doing for a long time and taking over our country. I don't believe so. We have a chance to stand there. You know it.
Right there. Come and take it.
Yeah.
Come and take it.
We have God on our side, man. That's all there is to it.
Amen.
We do. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta stick by that one.
Well, and I would do what they did at the Alamo when the craziness went down. They wanted him to remove the cannon. I'd say, come and take it.
Come and take it right above him there.
Yeah,
all right, we're going to do a real quick, just a little reset here, and then we'll go take another call. It's a live show, folks. 202-505-5198. 202-505-5198. It's DC Swamp number. Chose that on purpose. So you guys can call in to Swampland.
Swampland.
Oh, I'm putting it crazy on the...
All right, it's on.
I'll just putting it out crazy.
I should have turned it on when I was playing a little video, but all right. So it's on. Next caller. If you got something,
I just got
anything weird going on in your home states, what you got going on, call in. We encourage ex-military, anybody, all walks, questions, shout outs to just the panel here. If you have
you guys are an expert in something, call in, man. Say, hey, have you guys ever thought about something like this? And I'm an expert in this field. Like, hey, we love that, We love cerebral questions as well as here we go.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, this is Mike. Who we speaking with?
Hi, Michael. It's Ginger. I just wanted to say hello, gentlemen. I'm really concerned about this Iran business, and I wanted to have you three guys give your commentaries on what you think's going on there, why we have so much government movement as far as our military in the United States, within the United States. And I just want to make a fast note. I was listening to Mark Taylor the other night, and he stated that the plan was if Hillary got in to be president, they were going to do an amendment to where Obama could become a third-term president. And then after that, they wanted to put Obama on the Supreme Court, and all of their plans failed, and that's why everything's in an uproar. So I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to listen, and you guys tell us what you think, okay?
Thank you, Ginger. God bless, and please call in again someday.
You guys are great.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, so fellas, I'll take that one just for a quick minute. Turn it over. Iran, the issue going on over there. Lots of movement. Yes, we got some ships. So she was talking about this plan with Obama and Hillary. Let me make sure this voice is off. This, yes, it is. Yes, I gotta turn that off. Okay.
Great question, by the way. Loving it. Great question.
I'm going to bring up the Obama-Hillary 16-year plan to look at. We can look at that.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. President Trump was not supposed to become president. This was all based on what Hillary was going to, when she became president, this was all going to happen on that.
Well, yeah, that was part of her question as far as like Mark Taylor again had said, well, the reason that, we're dealing with this craziness, and let me take this off. So yeah, okay, this plan's a little different than what possibly, so 2008 to 16, and then we had Hillary 2016 to 2024. Now, she had said possibly that it was a little plan for him to stay in for another 4. So that would have took him to 2020, and then possibly her from 2020 to whatever. But here's what everything they were trying to get done. And if you see, I thought there was
kill the economy, eliminate final, goods and by government. North Korea found supply in North Korea and Iran, nuclearized North Korea and Iran. You're talking relax borders and flood illegals. Target weaken, USA, weaken the NSA.
Well, it's all the New World Order, people. All the New World Order, man.
Remove electoral college vote. That's under hers. Rig the voting. So, folks, of course they're mad. Of course they're mad. Now, as far as that plan, I'm with it. That could have happened the way Mark Taylor said, or this plan that we got kind of here, the 16-year, and it would have been them. Confiscate guns, kill the economy. They were really close on this perpetuated thing in the people's minds. I mean, look at it now. The thing we read the other night on how, we're supposed to play the role of the upset, Nazis right now in this thing with Trump. We're the racist. We're the ones that are, we don't want anybody coming in our country. We want sovereignty, and it just means we're racist. That's the only reason we don't want people here, and it's nothing to do with that. I don't even look at it. Again, they have open borders underneath Hillary, endless supply of Democratic voters coming over, because that's what they wanted, right? So as far as it is scary. It's always scary when we have lots of military movement. What do you think on that, Ben? As far as North Korea, when we got some ships kind of over there, keeping an eye on things. That's typical.
We do, and I honestly think that, and we've seen, and this is just maybe my personal beliefs, but I do think that North Korea was controlled by the CIA and other acronym agencies and some other people. So we're looking at Iran. Iran's always been a kind of thorn on our side of the flesh, if you will, if I can use that terminology, because they've always been rerouting our foreign agreements and yada, yada, yada. But we also see something very unique that's happening that wasn't, quote unquote, on the original New World Order plan, or at least a New World Order that they were trying to accomplish. And that is, we are now enticing not only North Korea, but Iran with not only technologies that would bless their country 10 million fold, i.e. running water purification technologies, clean air technologies, grocery store logistical technologies, nothing to do with like nuclear power. But what we're also doing, I believe, is showing some type of presence in these areas, because these countries, think about these countries, there's a little tiny kids on the world's playground, and you got the big bad bullies who actually have all of the military machinery and the bombs and the rockets. And these big guys are picking those little guys and using them as pawns in their own little game and the big chess, whatever. And so we know that Iran's a key place strategically, just of where it's at strategically. Syria's been popping off. And if North Korea comes out, that in fact, for the last 50 years, they've been just a shell of a government controlled by our CIA or other nefarious groups or whatever, then we can really see that, wait a minute, what's happening is they're freeing these governments, but they're doing it in a way of trade, which is amazing. It's a whole other way of, instead of getting back into war, World War III, and giving them nuclear bombs and that kind of stuff. Because I mean, that's nuclear technology has been around since the 50s. People.
Trump did tweet this morning, if Iran wants to fight, that would be the official end of Iran. So that was tweeted earlier this afternoon, actually. So that's interesting. Never threaten the United States again, he put.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
So
I mean,
honestly,
it's interesting theory, and the fact that when she talked about Barack Obama possibly being on the Supreme Court as a justice, what another thing that a lot of Americans don't really kind of truly understand is the gravity, the power that a Supreme Court justice holds. These people literally hold the power to amend and change the founding documents of our country. And if you put the wrong people in there that don't have good values and don't adhere to the constitutional original guidances, then they can start amending. And so when she said that possible Obama the theory goes that if all this transpired, what if, then that would be a systematic breakdown of our constitutional rights, like we talked about in the last caller, where we talked about what would you do? Well, if you don't have any freedom of speech and your arms to protect yourself on your own private property. So we definitely see what would have happened, but the fact that it hasn't happened, we really don't know if Trump Jr. is going to be the president after this president or the next president. It's like, we don't know if JFK Jr. is going to pop up and be president. It's almost like right now what we're doing is we're trying to ingest raw information, data coming in real time. What's happening today? This happened yesterday. What's going on? And we see this happening. And so it's just going to be an interesting road that we're going to be taking, keeping everybody accountable who we want to be our heroes, people saving the days, and always given, the fact that question everything. Don't blindly lead just because they speak eloquently.
Yes.
So I would put my little 2 cents on that one.
That was about a dime.
Maybe
a quarter, maybe 50 cents. I don't know.
That was more like $1's worth. Come on, don't shortchange the guy.
Don't make sense. Don't make dollars.
No.
That's all true. That's all true.
All right, we are going to take a few more calls. I actually, unfortunately, just have to get some more water. So let's take about a 5-minute. We got lots of people. We're not going to be gone longer than that.
We're not going to go anywhere, you guys. We're still trying to do this.
Get a couple more calls in here before we shut her down for sure. We're not really in any rush, but let me play this. I just want to make sure it's not anything copyrighted or anything. So
because we don't want to lose the fact that we can talk to you guys and get with you Patriots. I mean, I see 937 people watching right now. By the way, hit the thumbs up, man. Definitely subscribe, ring the bell for notifications.
Yeah, give us a like here in the next 5 minutes. And give us a like or something
for sure,
on here.
You guys.
And check this out.
I mean, this is
the testimony that you are about to give shall be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I testify today with significant regret, recognizing that my texts have created confusion and caused pain for people I love. Not once in my 26 years of defending our nation did my personal opinions impact any official action I took. Between July 31st and August 8th, how many interviews did you conduct related to the alleged collusion between Russia and the Trump campaign? Congressman, as you know, counsel for the FBI, based on the special counsel's equities, has instructed me not to answer questions about the ongoing investigation. I'm asking for a number Russian attempts to interfere.
You are under subpoena and are required to answer the question. Are you objecting to the question? If so, please state your objection.
Mr. Chairman, I object.
I do not believe I am here under subpoena. I believe I am here voluntarily.
Chairman.
Will you answer the committee's question as directed, or do you refuse to answer the committee's question?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn.
Second.
You're not recognized for that purpose, and you will be subject to recall to allow the committee to consider proceeding with a contempt citation.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, and today we're going to get into a Greg Rubini Twitter thread. Again, if you're on Twitter, get over there and follow. This is an interesting article here, to say the least. So let's get right on into it. A big shout out again to Greg. Does great work. Let's jump in here. Okay, remember this as we go forward. Nellie Orr and Bruce Orr knew personally the British spy Christopher Steele since 2007. Yes, since 2007. There's an article here, emails that Nellie Orr sent to the DOJ during the 2016 election. Their timing and subject matters have raised question in Congress.
So Nellie Orr, while she's working for Fusion GPS, who's being paid by the Clinton campaign and the Democrat National Committee, while she's working for that entity, is forwarding that information that she's compiling to the Justice Department. Not just to her husband, but to 3 other people at the Justice Department. Right. And the information is about Donald Trump. And this is all happening at the same time that the FBI and Justice Department have started an investigation into whether the Trump campaign was in any way working with Russia to impact the election. So that's what makes it so troubling and of such great concern.
So can we expect her to be referred criminally, as Congressman Meadows was talking about?
Mark is working on that. I think he's working to finalize that, and we'll see if that happens.
Do you think Glenn Simpson falls into that category too?
I think Jerry Nadler sent letters to 81 different entities, 60-some different people, and it was interesting, 2 names he left off the list. Christopher Steele, the guy who put the dossier together, and Glenn Simpson, the guy who's already come in front of Congress and said, oh, take the fifth, we're not going to answer questions. So why don't the Democrats want to know from that guy, Glenn Simpson, who employed Nellie Orr, who was the guy who was paid by the Clintons through the law firm Perkins Coie, who hired a foreigner, Christopher Steele, who put the dossier together, which we know was the basis and the reason that they were able to get the FISA warrant on Carter Page in the first place.
This is one of the gems contained in the 268 pages of the Bruce Orr hearing transcript that no one in the media has read. Not even Fox News, Sean Hannity, or Sarah Carter. Peter Strzok was promoted to the FBI Counterintelligence Division in the midst of the Hillary Clinton email investigation. Isn't it strange? Promoted by whom? Well, Strzok was promoted by either James Comey or by Andrew McCabe. And just who gave the order to James Comey to promote Peter Strzok in the midst of the Hillary Clinton email investigation? All right, I wasn't going to let that whole thing play. We're good. Wait on Ben to get back here. Still got everybody in the room. That's great. How is everybody doing? We got Walk the Talk. I think I saw Amy the Mod in the room. We have Saber.
All the mods are great.
Yes.
All the mods are great. They're just great, man.
They do. They work hard.
Very hard. Very hard.
Randy's in the room. We got Randy Robbins with a Q.
Randy Robbins. Yep. And thanks a lot, everybody, for being on board.
Danielle's in the room. Yes, Danielle. The mods are hard at work. What'd you say, Woodman? Sorry to cut you off there.
I said, thanks for everybody being on board, helping us out, getting the word out. I mean, it's really fantastic. We try to do everything on a positive note, and that would really help the whole world out too. But all these mods and all these followers are just
Got a
doing
super
a
chat.
tremendous job.
Take a minute here to say again, EO2 Dave, Sempify, brothers. We fight for God and country and family, dark to light. Thank you, EO2 Dave. Thanks for the super chat. You guys are just awesome.
Oh, you're
And
awesome.
The phone line is back, so whoever can dial it first. I apologize. I've never seen so many missed calls. There's 1,000 missed calls in the inbox. Can't take them all, but we're going to take this next one.
It's because we have the best Patriots around. You guys know it.
This is working a lot better.
Fantastic.
This is working a lot better than
This
the
is
VMix.
amazing.
All right, here's the call. Welcome to
go.
Patriot Hour. This is Michael. What's our privilege? Who are we speaking with this evening?
Hey, Michael. It's CMedic69 from Twitter.
Hey,
I just want to let you know, shipmate, that you have been instrumental in getting me into this movement, keeping me informed. I got into this late, and all you guys together have helped me out tremendously through my group, my PTSD, my military group that got me into this. You guys have just been totally instrumental in keeping me informed, keeping me up to date, and keeping me motivated to keep doing what we're doing.
Brother, thank you. Thank you for serving, by the way. Shipmate, yes, that's right. Where were you stationed at?
I was stationed on board a ship out of Mayport. Did some time over in Bosnia, did some time in the Gulf, did some combat craft stuff. But, again, I've been out since Desert Storm, but you guys have been totally instrumental.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome home.
Yes, welcome home.
Welcome
God
home.
bless.
Welcome home.
And thank you so much. Call again and keep up the good fight. I don't know. We're connected on Twitter, I'm assuming?
Yes, we are.
Okay, do me a favor and just send me a little inbox. Say, hey, this is, what'd you say it was? Somatic ship? Or,
CMedic69.
CMedic. Okay, gotcha. I wrote that down. Nice. I did. CMedic. All right, thank you, brother, for calling in. Folks, we love that. There you go. That was a genuine call of just, we helped him a little bit. We kept him going. We got him into the right track. The dots, the breadcrumbs, the articles, and I can never go wrong with that. That's what we started this whole thing for.
I mean,
wake up one person, help one person.
And it's CMedic69, man. Lots of love as well. I mean, that's what, Mike and I, Woodman, Scott, all the team here, we say it on a constant basis. We're still amazed about not only the support that you guys give us, but you think about it, man, we got Woodman, we got Vietnam veteran, we've got Mike, we're talking about Desert Storm, I'm OIF, OEF, it's just like we have a good selection of brains from prior military backgrounds coming together, and it is hard. A lot of us veterans, we shouldn't be here, and we all live with that guilt all the time, and if you've never served and you don't understand that, then pray for a veteran and shake his hand and tell him that thank you for serving our country, and so we do. It's stories like that, and we hear things like that. That's what keeps us going to make more shows, research, and get the truth out there, and not care what people say about what we think, what we're doing, because we know that through what you guys, our feedback like this, man, this is awesome. And this episode is probably going to be one of my favorite live episodes on the Patriot Hour ever. I gotta say, it's because of the call-ins and hearing all you guys. It's just amazing. Thank you.
It is fantastic. I'm telling you, it is fantastic. In my opinion, this is you can't. Mike, like when you started the show, we always said it is the new beginning. Now look, you're going through another stage of a new beginning, and it's really cool because we can actually now tie ourselves to the other patrons out there. Come on, we're all on the same team, and we all have a voice, we all have opinions, and it's fantastic to hear anybody call in and voice theirs. It's just fantastic. It makes it worthwhile for you, Mike and Ben and myself and Scott and everybody else involved, for even doing this. You know, we're trying to wake up America so we can keep America free like it is now. You know, and all these veterans, welcome home. This is our country. You know, and I really appreciate hearing from veterans calling in. It's just so uplifting. It's up. I can't. There's no word. It's no word to explain it, but it's uplifting. It
is.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Makes it worthwhile,
folks. Other than EO2, Bearcat, who he called in, he just super chatted
read him up,
$100.
Mike. Read that. Wow, read it
They
up,
will
Mike.
cheat again. Does Trump have a plan for that? They do not want. They're not wanting to lose again. Barr is onto something, but does he have enough time to put the bad in jail? I feel we can win, but with all the odds against us, if we don't, we call for a civil uprising. Do we call? Well, folks. Here's the thing. I think this is my own opinion, but I believe it's not going to be a 2-year unraveling. I know they're talking about some of these investigations can take a year. We just went through a 2-year for Trump, and can some of these other ones take a year, 6 months, 8 months? I think some of the D-class is coming quicker than I think a lot's going to happen by June. I mean, we're in the next couple of weeks. We should be getting some D-class or some reports, kind of released. They're talking about the one Barr said 2 to 3 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks. So we're nearing that this week. Should be something. Let's keep following along here. Let's take another call.
Yeah, I agree. And like on what Mike said, on the heels of that, I think there should be things that are set in place right now. They're in the process for this particular event not to happen again, and that action. So we'll see. Again, we're not prophets. We're not soothsayers. We're here just to see the information and try to connect the dots with ourselves and with you guys. But yeah, I'm stoked, man. All right, vets, let's get another call in.
Let's do another call. Come on.
This is great.
Blasting it.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man. This is awesome. You guys are just amazing. Lisa Duncan, for such a time as this.
We are here for you. You know it.
All right, we missed a lot. Now we're waiting. Phone lines are open. Folks. It's 202-505-5198, right below Ben. If Ben can point there. It's dead center. Yeah, right there. 202. That's a swamp number, folks. We got a DC number.
Down there.
It's a switch line. When you call, there's a lady in DC. She answers. She plugs something into some wall, and then it kind of loops over.
She's got something like this. She's got a big, huge connector, and she plugs it in, and she'll get you through.
Colin, Patriot Hour, please.
Paul Marshall, all hail King Jesus, Yeshua. Amen to that, brother.
Amen.
Should I call one of these numbers back? I'm just joking. Come on now.
No,
somebody
that's
call.
not how.
They're all.
That's not how it rolls here.
Well, they're calling in anyway.
Oh yeah.
Probably having a hard time to get through.
I'm sure.
It's all good.
This is fantastic. This is where
I
you
agree
need
with you, American girl.
Mike, you need a switchboard, buddy. With a recording on it, so you can record everybody's
Sims
comment.
5404. You're awesome. Thank you. And again, man, you got all your support. I'm telling you guys, it's literally everything you guys support goes directly back into 100% the show, the studio. Mike 2 days ago was in Guitar Center buying a bunch of cables to get this whole phone thing going. I mean, we're constantly always upgrading what we're doing and trying to get the best information out to you guys with really the most easiest way to ingest it.
Oh, here we go.
No, that's me doing that. Trying to get them hyped up. Call in 202-505.
No worries, it's kicking me right to voicemail.
FT198.
You didn't turn off the ringer, did you, Mike?
No, it's on.
Still there. Hey, what's up, Patriots?
It's on. It's on, but there ain't no call.
Something must be wrong because
operators are standing by.
Hey, wait, let me here. Now it says we just missed one and it did not come up. So now maybe it wasn't updated. We're missing calls.
Let's try it again. You guys are awesome. Look at trial runs and Gitmo fun. We're trying to have some good yard time now.
We're getting text messages and. All right, hold on.
You guys are awesome.
Let me see here.
Mosey Ballad. Why the DC number? Weird. It's just awesome. It's where this swamp is at and calling in. And when we are doing these numbers as IT individuals, you know, why pick a number where you live at when you can pick a swamp number and be like, hey, we're trying to drain and get to the realization. And so might as well.
You know it.
So let's see here.
What we got, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know why. Again, we're trying, like I said, you see here in the beginning of the show, we've got a few phone calls in.
Google and its partners may record or return all calls for quality and research purposes, subject to our privacy policies.
No,
This call
I
is
know
not
your
confidential.
subject. I know your terms and conditions.
Oh, I hung up on the guy. I didn't mean to. Let's see if he calls back.
It's all good, you guys.
Well, you look,
Yeah,
you know,
and
it's not a bad time for a first time out trying to get this thing
No,
organized.
they were coming steadily, but now it's like I'm gonna reload it.
Hey, it could be too. We may be overwhelming Google Voice. That may be it too. But hey, we've got so many awesome patriots who want to call in, and we need to hear your input. And I love this. Is a good problem to have, you guys. This is. Somebody might think, oh, this is a weakness. No. We turn our weaknesses into strengths and use them in the battlefield.
Yep.
Okay, let me try.
Oh, Elsa Tsuda, hey, you know, it's all good. We'll try to unmod those things now.
Here, I got one. I'm calling myself. Hold on here.
There you go.
Let's give this one a try.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello, this is a Patriot Hour. Did we miss your call?
Nope. Yeah, it's Concerned Canadian. How are you guys?
Hey, how's it going? What is it, Concerned Canadian? How you doing?
Good. You guys are on the right track, but you're forgetting one major thing, and I've been trying to tell you guys for like a month now. Just not hard enough, I guess. Perfect opportunity. Middle America is currently flooded, correct?
Yes, yes, you're correct on that.
Okay. Not very many farmers in North America have been able to get into their grounds. There is currently, right now, a worldwide crop shortage. It's all related to this grand solar minimum, what they've been hiding, what they've been distracting us for the last 40 years. This is how far back this crap goes. It even goes back further, but I'm not going to take us back that far yet. But we have to remember, in a couple years' time, the crop shortages are going to be hitting the shelves. We are overpopulated now, and I believe that this is truly an attempt. I used to be on the Christian side. I'm now not. I'm not nothing. This is all. I'm trying to get too much information, and it's overwhelming, and there's probably a lot of people that don't understand this right now. I'm way up in northern Canada, watching all this stuff going down worldwide. I'm watching geopolitical and theopolitical. It's all related. I don't know about all the godly stuff because I've never. My history is unique that I've had to dig deeper than probably most. You probably can hear that in the reflection of the tone of my voice. If you knew my history, you would understand how I know this.
Well, what would you go by again? I have what did I write down?
My handle on YouTube is Concerned Canadian.
That's what I got. Concern.
My handle on Gab is David. The avatar is the saintly alien. Unfortunately, I've had to reopen my Facebook after 5 years because I moved up north. And since they've closed down all the newspapers. I'm in a very isolated town that if anything was to happen, this town is toast. Like nobody, like I found one other patriot where he calls himself a patriot, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, well, I don't know what happened. I just want to say this real quick. As you've been talking, you guys can't hear it, but I just got 60 missed calls that came through. That people must have been bottlenecking it so bad that nobody can get through. Okay, concerned comedian, we're gonna take on a couple of these topics here. Thank you for calling in. I'm gonna save your number. You can call again. We're gonna be doing this. Please keep following along, brother. And go ahead. Go ahead?
Or you're getting chopping and now I can't hear you.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a lot of calls, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I got you saved. That was concerned.
Thank you for the call in. Yep.
Yes, thanks for the call in. He's calling in from Canada. Folks, he sounded a little, let's send some prayers to him. He sounded a little concerned. He's been digging deep. We could all understand where that leads you and how sometimes certain areas will leave you feeling helpless sometimes. Ben can contest to that. I have dove into areas that, other than showering immediately after just to get the filth off you, sometimes you can't really get out of your head of some of the things. So anyway, his concern, one of the many, was the flooding in the Midwest, which he's right. We were talking about there's farmers that can't even, I think Scott's father-in-law, he's a month behind. None of his crops are planted yet. It's just too wet, mucky. If you get your tractors in these fields, they're going to sink. You're not going to get anything done. So what do you guys think about that on a level of shortaging or crops for this year?
What do you got, Woodman? I got a little something to talk about, but I'll let you go first.
Well, I really agree, but in all reality, people, we still do have some kind of a reserve bank everywhere. Now, listen, I want to make this very, very clear. Our President Trump is not doing all these tariffs and stuff to hurt our nation. What he's doing is making sure people around the world actually pay their fair share of what they really owe us. We shouldn't have to keep on paying, footing the bill for everybody.
Yeah, subsidizing.
Yeah, come on. And so look here, even though we might have one bad year, even if it was that so, one bad year, the rest of them is going to be just fantastic. Now, as far as getting in the fields, it is rough, but I hate to tell you this, people, but farmers have been doing that for as long as they've been recording history. Farmers only failed one time when it was like the Dust Bowl. Now you think about that one. This is not the Dust Bowl, people. This is like, for real. I mean, that was the only time that this United States fell flat on its ass for any kind of agricultural stuff. We're not there. We are not there. We are not there.
C Sempit 5404. What is that? CCEMTP. 5404, $25. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh wow,
you guys are awesome. I don't know how many super chats we've been doing the show. It's been great, but go ahead, Ben.
If I may be able to address his grand solar minimum concerns, if you guys don't mind for a little bit, I believe if I can somewhat, in a nutshell, we don't have the hours to go through and teach all of our viewers about the solar radiation readings that we've been pretty much reading for a very long time. In a nutshell, grand solar minimum, the sunspots are getting bigger. The sun, as the theory goes, is that the amount of radiation that they tell us is coming from the sun that hits the Earth's surface is getting lower and lower and lower and lower, and this could possibly trigger another mini ice age, because for every temperature, this and that, You can prescribe to that, but I will say this, and that right now, and still right now, fortunately, the solar output is pretty stable. Well, now, when I say stable, I'm not saying for my own personal beliefs, but as we have the readouts, and again, we see in the Patriot Hour, 20% of what's public is public. What we have to go off of, 80%, is behind the scenes hidden. With that in mind, that's the solar, the theory of the grand solar minimum. Okay, so let me just compartmentalize a little bit here. Ask yourself this, the great mini cooling, this kind of stuff. We talk about global warming and the amount of the carbon footprint, all this kind of stuff. Me personally, I think it's a hoax. I think it's just a scientific hogwash. One of the premises why. How much does a volcano, how much greenhouse gases and heavy metals does one volcanic eruption produce? And it's going to be this, and once you figure it out, one volcanic eruption will produce more greenhouse gases and spew more heavy metals in our atmosphere than all of mankind's combined carbon emissions. Plus, we don't know, and there isn't a scientist on the face of this earth that can definitively tell us what would happen with global quote-unquote warming if man had never been a part of the earth. We don't know where it started and where it comes from in the global cooling and global warming. Yes, it's flooding. 3 years ago, it got cold and the apple trees didn't bud, and I had no apples all harvest. This year, I'll have one. We know that I agree that in the breadbasket of America, there is a lot of flooding. Now, let's take one more thing and I'll be done. We do know they're spraying our skies. We do know they're messing with the sun and the moon, and we don't get as much clear skies. They're spraying something in our skies. So is this happening on a grand level that they're trying, this is all happening, or are they actually pushing it and manipulating the weather to make it flood when it really shouldn't be flooding, or to make it, I mean, we know they can control the weather, so it's really hard to ascertain, to get hardcore scientific data that says this is happening, because they told us back in the 80s when I was just a wee little thing not to spray Aquanet hairspray because you're going to make holes in the ozone. And we're here in 2019, there's no holes in the ozone that's going to be frying people like they told us. So and you can read, by the way, you can read the solar output if you want to go outside. It's pretty easy. You just get a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, and you start seeing them. You can record the shades. Is it really shady? Is it really high? How hot is it? Does it get really hot? Or is it kind of hot today? And you can get an average. You just need a piece of paper and a wireless thermometer and take daily readings and do yourself and do science, natural science yourself to figure out, is our world changing and cooling off? Or is the plants that I grow outside in my garden every single year, it may be off by a few weeks here and there, because the thing, but the grow's always the same. Mike and I are talking about, you know, the different hardwoods in our area and how it makes hardwoods, and they're not here, but they're over in other areas. So it's really hard. This I kind of put this in the bag of, there's not a lot of fundamental data, a consensus with all scientists agree on this. Yep, that's right, it's happening. There's too much of scientists saying it doesn't happen and scientists saying that is happening, and what do you do from there? You go into your own research.
There's a lot of scientists that don't get the data themselves. We've known that through WikiLeaks, that some of the top people in the scientific community that were aboard with this global warming were making up the data, folks, and then that data gets put out into popular sciences or through a network that gets shoved down to these colleges, and then these very good scientists that we all give credibility to, they're not evil and misleading. They're reading data numbers, and then when they do the calculations, it does come to a conclusion possibly that things are, according to this. Now it's like, did you send up a rocket and capture the, you know, something out of the stratosphere? No, I had to rely on the government's data that they gave me via the computer. Okay, we can see how this can work. So that's things you have to keep in mind. Is everyone honest? Is there people at the very top tipping the scales on paperwork and what they submit? And does a whole scientific community as a whole always gather all their own data? And unfortunately, they don't. That's the facts. So keep that in mind as well, folks. All right, let's open up these phone lines for another phone call. We'll probably take one more here, folks, maybe two, time dependent. So let's Let me make sure I
a
click
little
that.
bit more to go.
All right. It is open. Now, the minute I say that, everyone starts calling, and then nobody can get through, but we'll see.
Yeah, American Girl, I agree. Oh, there's all that kind of stuff out there. I mean,
Waiting for that next phone call.
Tim McElroy, I agree with you 100%. 100%, brother. That was gonna be great. Now again, you guys, because we have some of the best Patriots out there who are who know what's up. We love having the problem with you guys bottlenecking and hitting Google Voice so friggin' hard it's gonna break it.
There you go. There you
Awesome.
go. Come on down.
Karen Williams, I agree with you 100%.
This ain't fair. I can't see that stuff, Ben. I can't see that. It's not
It's
fair.
all good. Now, Woodman, we'll eventually, as time goes on, when we can get you, we may get you a different machine, or we may help you out in the future. But we'll get you covered, man. It's all good. I don't know if you can do your phone, and maybe do the Patriot Hour on your phone, and then put the comments on your phone, but turn all the volume off, so at least you can look down and it's like, oh, you can see something. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I can do that, but
It's too small of a screen if I could even accomplish that, where I
That's
wouldn't be able
true.
to read the comments. So, in the meantime, someday in the near future, I'll come over there crying to you or Mike, and I want to be in on everything, so you guys will hook me up, I think.
I'm trying here. It's on. It was working earlier to switch it on and off. Now I'm just getting tons of the missed calls. It's not even ringing, so... It's working
Cave Price.
quite
Stop clicking the pin, Woodman.
Yeah. Sorry.
Here you go.
Sorry.
Somebody wrote that.
Sorry.
That's funny. Hey, you know what? He's
Somebody actually
excited.
wrote
This
that,
is when we
It's-
get into it,
it's
you
a
guys. You're seeing all of our raw ticks, literally.
Well, it's a bad habit. There's two other guys I have to worry about waiting till they get their word out, and I'm still clicking going, well, wait a minute, I got something to say about that, and sorry, people, I'm clicking I will set it down and not click it again.
It's all good.
Don't chew gum on the mic and don't click your pin. No.
No spitballs.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
This
you
is
guys, this
crazy.
is awesome. We've already talked to more awesome Patriots, and those of you guys that have awesome questions, and we probably have in any other episode. And I can say we probably covered more range of topics in this particular episode, purely only due from you guys calling in. And it's awesome. And yeah, it's probably just you guys are bottlenecking up it again, and that's awesome because that's what we want. That's what we love. And it just means that we got to do some more R&D to get maybe a better, robust program that can handle all of you Patriots calling in. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, this again, this was a definite
Patty Blythe,
test.
yes,
I
you're
kind of
awesome.
put
Try
that
to-
into the description box there, or the actual title, that this was a test. So this has been a great test, and this thing worked great. But we're just, I'm signing back in. I thought maybe signing out, signing back in can maybe fix the issue. So again, phones are open. Anyone can call. I know you've all been trying, but give it another whirl.
I think I got about one more phone call in me before I got to put the old chitlins down.
Give us a call, folks.
thinking?
I don't see it working, so I'll call somebody. I'm calling somebody. See how they like that.
Okay, we're gonna flip it turns. We'll do the last one. I think I got a little bit left in me, boys, and
yeah, you could drop out. We can get rid of your box real quick. 979 703. Man, they're. I can't even write a number. It's dropping down that fast. New ones are coming in, and it's unbelievable.
This is awesome.
It's
All
more
right,
than
I think I
awesome.
got one. Let me see.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your
Ooh,
call
that
again
sounds
later.
familiar.
Goodbye.
I bet you all you guys are getting the same thing, calling in here.
I just tried. Let me see. Whoever I called is probably trying to call me because their number just popped back up.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has...
All right.
Well, look, we've had a good stab at it.
We
done
did, man.
A lot,
We're trying
lot
to
of
take
good
one
progress.
last
Awesome,
one.
yeah.
All right, so we can't get that one last call in, folks. Let me dial one more. I'll dial a different number. Wow, man, they're really flooding in. I think there is an issue
This is
with
awesome, though.
with
It's got to be.
Oh yeah, no, it's just the fact. I bet you just Google Voice is just they're getting flooded, and so that may be. This is good. Like again, you guys, trial runs and Gitmo funds, man. I'm telling you what, this is what we're trying to do tonight. Get a good trial run, and already it's been amazingly successful. Amazing. The problems we've had are awesome problems to have. Too much people calling in. Jeez, this is awesome.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, I think I got somebody here.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, this is Mike from the Patriot Hour. I think we got a missed call.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mike. I've been
Hey.
trying to call you for like 20, 30 minutes, buddy.
Sorry,
How y'all
yeah,
doing, man?
we're not getting any calls, but I saw yours pop up a few times, so I was like, I'm gonna give a call back.
Oh.
How's it going, brother?
Oh, doing good, my friend. Hope you Patriots are doing good.
Yes.
I got a question
Doing
for
good.
you, and I'm not sure. Just a little input. I think this coming month in June, President Trump's supposed to go over and meet Queen Elizabeth over in England, and I've heard a lot of bad chatter about that, about them possibly trying to take him out. And that's one thing. That's a great concern for me. I'm 100% POTUS, heart and soul. And the other question I would have was, do you think he's going over there to put her in her place, put her in check? That's kind of my questions. Do you think he's in danger? Number one, obviously he's in danger 24/7, but as far as going over there to meet the Queen again, and then do you think he's over there to make a statement, to the deep state or to the cabal?
Okay, good questions. Again, what was your name?
Barry Gibson.
All right, Barry. We appreciate it, brother. We're going to take these. We'll
Thank you,
all
Barry.
three get a little spin on it for you, and go ahead and listen
Right
in
on.
so you can hear. Give a call back on another night, anytime you want. We appreciate you listening, and God bless. And yeah,
Absolutely.
we're
I
mega.
appreciate you, Patriots. Thank you all for your service. God
All
bless.
right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
All right, phone lines are down, folks, for the evening. Real quick on that one. I'll start off. So, I have written down here from Barry, June, Queen Elizabeth, attempt. I wouldn't doubt it as far as I think, without being, all we really have is speculation, but we think, the Vegas shooting there was supposed to be Paddock taking out Trump as well. He was supposedly there that night meeting with somebody from Saudi Arabia, right? There's been like 12 to 20 attempts that we've heard about on POTUS. So that wouldn't surprise me. As long as he's got the good patriots around him, his Secret Service, some of these prior military, I think he's insulated. He's well insulated, and that's what we've been told. So I'm not real concerned. He's been pretty much everywhere else. Now he's going to meet with the Queen. And then the second one was, what do I have written down here?
Why is he going over there?
Reason.
Why is
I
he
got
going
reason.
the
That's
second
what I
time?
have.
Reasoning.
Reason. What's the reason for him going over there? You guys want to care to elaborate on that one a little bit? What would you assume? Queen Elizabeth, huh?
Well, I would say definitely. Go ahead. Go ahead, what, Ben?
He's got to maintain. He's got to keep his foot down. You know, if he does anything other than that, that means it's starting to dip and weave to the NWO, which is quite true. He's got to look. This is another stand he's got to make for our country, and you know, they really don't want to do that. But he's got to stand his ground for us. He has to. I don't know what's your take on it, people.
Well, also it is surrounding his controversial, or he said June, and I just looked it up. It's June 6th, which is also like the 75th anniversary of D-Day. So they're saying the controversial visit will occur next month, which will likely coincide with the 75th anniversary of D-Day, which is June 6th. So it's kind of odd, but timing of the visit, which has been on the table since the president's January 2017 inauguration, has reportedly been in the works since last year, and then joint announcements from Downing Street officials in the White House is expected within days. This article is a little old. So anyway, yeah.
Well, I would say that what did he do the last time he was there in England? What did they talk about? What part of the palace was they take him to? First of all, we know Brexit was happening. England was wanting to get away from the European Union. They were talking about possible, if it does go through and this yada, 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 then we can do direct trade deals directly with England. We do know that England has had their ties, their meat hooks in us, our financial system, a lot of our commerce, maritime law is under admiralty, royalty law. So we know that's kind of happening. So what's he doing over there? I think he's definitely prepping the stage. If we're going to be literally, if there's a possibility of us, the Reconstruction Act in our American government, well, then we're going to be breaking financial ties. If gold's going to kill the Fed, who runs the Fed? Who actually runs the Bank of England?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? So this could be him staging some things while staging some things in Iran, having certain things strategically and going back over it, because I don't know how Brexit went, because it was supposed to be like, what, March of April of this year when it was supposed to go into effect or be voted in. But again, you know, you have the same issue that we have here in America. As Washington, D.C. is a sovereign city-state and not an actual state of the United States of America. The city of London is a city-state and not actually a part of their government. That's why the Queen allows them to rule, and that kind of good stuff. So we know a lot of that deep state is going on. Q told us that the UK has possibly been a part of this MI5, MI6 stuff going on. And so it could be Brexit. It could be the MI5, MI6. Maybe here, yeah, who knows, man? But there's a lot that he could be going over there for, just more so than the D-Day anniversary. And you know, then you can get back and say, well, what happened on D-Day? What front did the did the English take versus did we take? You know, what beach did they storm? Were they the beach of Normandy, or were they down the beaches away where they didn't have as much casualties, or they had more casualties? I mean, that in and of itself is a whole crazy rabbit hole to get into, because D-Day was a crazy day, and then the invasion, everything. So
I was just
definitely
reading quite a bit there actually about it. Yeah, no, I agree. It could just be the social mingles that we see play in and play out. is strategic. What did they talk about last time? I know one of the big things is Trump cut in front of her when they were walking for the photo op. Like, I don't know if he did it on purpose or what, but it was a big social media friends.
Yeah,
he cut in front of her. So, but what a great show, guys. What a great, we got a couple more super chats here. American Joe Show. The American Joe Show.
American
What up, Patriots?
Joe.
I'm looking to work with other Patriot YouTubers to get Trump reelected. Would love to talk to you gentlemen some more. We have to stay out of Iran. MAGA, the American Joe Show. I think I've
By
come
the way, I
across
like
your
American
show,
Joe
brother.
Show.
Yeah,
I have a
do
couple
too.
of times. He's a great guy. Got lots
Thank
of
you.
love, man. You're doing a good thing, and I support what you're doing, man. I'll tell you that.
Yes, we'll definitely collaborate on something here soon, brother. I think you might have even emailed me, and I looked at it, and I was wanting to get back to you, and I don't know what came in play that day or that night. But get a hold of me again. All right, folks, we'll shut this one down, and I think our stream says an hour and 40 minutes by the time we shut this down.
This is awesome. Awesome.
It worked out. We're going to get it down, dialed in better so we can actually keep the person. I mean, I think that's about right anyway. The phone call comes in. We kind of
Oh, I
hang up,
love
we get
the
the meat
format.
out. What do you guys think? If you guys want to see this again here in the next, us doing this at least once a week, give us a 1. And then we can go off that. But we looks like you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And this is a real, true Patriot platform at this point. You guys are running it. You're giving us the questions, the meat to run the show. Yeah, we're getting nothing but ones. Nothing but love.
Awesome. Yeah, we love you guys as well, man. You guys are super awesome, man. Super awesome, for sure. But yeah, like I said, man, lots of love. God bless all you guys. I feel blessed to be a part of this this channel. Fellow veterans, good brothers in arms. And God bless all you guys, man, for sure. And again, hit the likes up. I mean, hit the thumbs up, share, hit the bell. I mean, get this out to all your friends and who you know, because this can only get bigger. I mean, if we get bigger, you guys get more information, more stuff. You guys get bigger. We're growing together as a family, as a Patriot family, and we want to collaborate. We want to hear from experts in their field. And hey, we want to hear from all you guys, and this is just so awesome. So from my heart, thank you to all the Patriots. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Woodman. This has just been an awesome episode. Thank you.
Yes, you brothers. Real quick before we sign off, I got below. I just realized I can look at all the supers that I missed. So Christine Sybil, EO2 Dave, Jeff Stewart, Farm Mall Fanatic, EO2 Dave again, Lynn Hudson, EO2 Dave again, EO2 Dave, Bearcat.
Wow.
Bearcat Paul with $100 from Bearcat. Marshall, all hail King Jesus. Yes. CCMT 5404, $25. EO2 Dave again. All I get is your recording mic. EO2 Dave, all I'm getting is a recording. Sorry, brother. Simplify, quadruple 007, 0007. I think Trump turned the hammer. Danielle Bird with $10. I can't give much, but love our Patriot family. Danielle, we love you.
Awesome.
And American Joe. We read that one, so thank you, American Joe, again, and we'll be in touch. So we just went through them all there, folks. Thank you, guys. Woodman, any final thoughts to the Patriots?
Open heart, take care of your neighbor, the elderly people, and remember, everyone, I'll speak for all of us here. I am very, very honored to be a stepping stone in our new government. I can't stress that often enough. We love you guys. Bring the thoughts coming in, because that's what we base a lot of things on. Also, is we cover so much area, but you guys might be covering something different. So it's really nice for you to share, and that gives us something else to work on, like chew the fat a little bit. But look,
lots of notes here, fella. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
try constantly to keep everybody informed the best way we can, and God bless all you guys. Pray, because Christ is coming back someday. We have a We have a long time to worry about that. Let's focus on today and our neighbors and our fellow patriots. That's all we got to focus
Amen to
on.
that.
And if we do that, our tomorrows will always look greater and brighter. That's all I can say.
Amen, brother.
Amen to that.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down, you guys. That was great. And like Woodman said, there's lots of things to cover. We all bring our unique flavor. You guys as well. We've all been in different areas. Here's where we're at now. Sometimes we forget about other things that we not forget, but it's in the back of our minds. And somebody fresh and new will come along and call in and be really horned in on one area, and they maybe feel like the world's closing in on that one, and that might be true, or it's just in your research. We've all been there, but it's great to call in, share it, remind us. I got tons of notes of things I want to look into again or for the first time, so we appreciate it. And again, if we can't give you an answer by the three of us, whether Ben's got the spin on on certain areas, or myself, Woodman, we won't, try to blow smoke or BS. We'll look it up. We'll get back to you by email or on show, by the next show, something. And that's the best we can offer you. We're not going to, do what the mainstream does and just try to lie, cheat, steal, and blow smoke. So, again, God bless each and every one of you. Fellas, it was great. This is awesome. This is a start of something new, fresh, and we've been wanting to do this for a while. A couple more tweaks, and we'll probably be there 100%. But, love you guys.
I'm telling you,
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Fantastic.
All right, you
remember
guys.
Memorial Day coming up. Remember Memorial Day coming up. It's right
We'll
around
do a
the
little
corner,
special, something close to it, fellas. We'll have a show.
Don't forget that day. Don't forget that day. That's where all of our fallen soldiers of any kind of branch at all has given their life, not just like their bank account or like traded their wife in. No, they gave their life. So just keep it
And I
in
used to
mind,
work
people.
retail real quick back in the day, and people come in, where my at Sony. I worked for Sony Electronics, and people really rude, well, tell me what Memorial Day is about, and I'll give you that 10% that we're offering. It's like, I don't know, it's about me getting a sale on that TV. It's like, no.
I'm off on Mondays. It's a 3-day weekend.
So remember that. Your stores will be having some great sales, all right? Memorial Day sales, but what's the real meaning of it? So, all right, we'll leave you with that. God bless each and every one of you, and remember all the heroes and sheroes that fell. All right, God bless.
God bless. Love you guys, man.